Nothing's bad, but nothing's good. I'm trying to stay positive. You should try to keep upbeat, try to feel complete. Sounds sweet as a nut, but tick, swish, checkmate. Sounds great. System can't update incomplete. Like a glass half full, topped up with ice. I feel thirsty. Like every day I have to pretend to be happy. Like when you're having a bad birthday. Happy Thursday. Add an emoji or a meme. Best Tuesday there's ever been. Emojis make blunt text seem kind. That's it. I'm really losing my mind. Even when sitting safe and warm, knowing I'm lucky to be born where I'm born. Stomach turned, stomach torn. Wanting is icky, more or less, or more. Blessed. I feel possessed. Like I'm on the wrong track, but I shouldn't get off because there isn't another spot for me. I missed the last train and now it's 20 to 3. Never happier than early in the mornings having a coffee before it's dawned on me by lunchtime 2:30. What then?
Who knew that the unseen could freeze cities, states, nations, and all? Who knew solitude and 6 feet apart was no longer a choice, but a way to save lives? The world decided to close down and redecorate its walls. Who knew that we'd be waking up reminding ourselves that we are no longer dreaming? That covering our expressions, staying apart, and grieving is the new normal in the midst of disbelieving.
Therapy rooms have become therapy Zooms. Unsynchronized lip sounding, "How are you?" replace hot mugs passed between cupped hands. We let each other in, a view into our homes through pixelated windows. We speak over each other in the lapse of connection. The language of disorder has lost its meaning when the order is madness-inducing. The helpers need helping, as death queues are coughed up onto streets littered with mud-stained masks. But we
I miss being with my best friend, and I miss her hugs. I hope so.
The playgrounds are asking about us. There are no classes, no schools, no churches, no guests, no visitors, no parks, no friends, no peace of mind. Empty and sad streets. Ramadan came and we could not go to the mosques. The outside world is silent. I'm afraid that my family and friends will get sick. I'm scared it will get to my grandparents' house and their door will be open. Before I would say to everyone, I want to be alone, but today I want to be next to you. I miss sharing the fun times and that makes me sad. I miss being with my best friend. I miss her hugs. I grew tired of reading the same books. Oh, how I miss my freedom, the freedom to be a child, to just run and play.
COVID-19 shook the world to its core, or kicked up a familiar dust, or coughed up what's been resting in the diaphragm of the United States for centuries. Coronavirus broke headlines as a global pandemic, while 2020 was still getting its bearings. You might think, in a time of social distancing, while many of us face an issue that is incapable of discriminating, that we are finally in this together. Yet, there are communities who are more drastically impacted, even by a virus that promises nothing except that it is equally contagious regardless of skin color. Perhaps a virus need not discriminate if the humans it is infecting have created systems that do the discriminating for it. If we are advised that our safest place is inside, then what of the people without an inside? If we must distance from even family, then what of the families who live in no-bedroom apartments stacked on top of each other? If school has moved from classrooms to the kitchen table, then what of the students without kitchen tables?
Normality has sacrifices. Noticing heroes serving night shifts hurt significantly. Nobody here's safe. Nature has seen nations halt somehow. National hospitals sink. Now hopefully somebody notices how significantly nurses have sacrificed normality. Heaven sent. Notoriety is saved. Nobody. heirs, soldiers, non-smokers, homeless, singers, national heroes, so on. Nobody heals smoothly. Nations have seen numbers harbour sickness. Nigeria, Hungary, Serbia, Norway, Haiti, Slovakia, Netherlands, Honduras, Spain. I don't care about politics or that left and right-ish. I remember when people would hide behind politics to call people viruses just for wanting a better life with us. What happens when the people you call the virus are the only people that can save you from a virus? I don't care about if you vote in or out after this. Right now, we need to be united.
Growing collection of days, no clarity, but so much change. The whole world feels like it's weighing in on my brain. Some cry, some pray, some lock their feelings away. I've tried to distract myself, but I'm just so afraid. How do I make rent after redundancy? How am I reduced to watching my neighbours suffering? Trying to comfort my parents through a phone? Bend the bars of a pandemic that has made a prison of their home? How do I feel less alone when my insides have gone cold? When my anxiety is this throbbing lump in my throat? What do I do from here? Who can talk through these fears? Who has the solution to the troubles that have captured my peers? These times are more than unprecedented. They're dangerous and should be contended. How do we stay calm in the chaos? Train our hearts to obey us. Have our mind take a day off as we search for some peace. With everything else in the air, we need a way to find our feet. By speaking to somebody who cares. Someone who will remind us that we are not alone going through this. When we come together, I just know we'll get through this.
Stop. Wait. Who says we have to go back to normal? Back to anything? What if the new normal ain't the normal we knew? And we can't just do what we'd formerly do? What if the biggest change is you and me? What if we choose to be open and say, I will never call my job unimportant again. I will never say that teachers' holidays are too long. Or that school is dry and I can't wait to move on. My ears are not my earphones.
What if I listen?
What if I'm missing how bright your eyes glisten? What if I just smile a bit, travel less and love every mile of it? What if I believe in the change my cooking, my music can do? Hey, what if I don't dance, but just for you, I might give in to the rhythm soon. What if I refuse to be a stranger in my own living room? And I'll learn my lesson from a bad memory. And I'll keep social distance from bad energy. And I'll prove that funny be sexy any day.
But
we made it to here.
we've seen red skies like oceans of fire, while the actual ocean tides rise higher. Droughts that couldn't get drier, followed by flooded streets, wind-whipped telephone wires. But we made it to here. We have lived through a global pandemic. Planes grounded, deaths counted, masks mandated, while we waited and waited and waited. You felt it. It's not just out there. Each of us, we are home to fires and floods, the ripples of anxiety that flow through our blood. Thunder and storm clouds, heavy in your headspace, hearts held by the headlines, tongues learning how dread tastes. And yet,
we made it to here.
And we know, the earth may shake, fires may burn, not everything taken will be returned. But if we made it to here, maybe we have everything it takes to make it to there. So lace up for the journey, let's walk as a crew. When the storms they come, here's what we'll do. Validate the vibe. How you feel is alright. If your burden feels heavy, no need to pretend that it's light. You don't have to hide. You belong to a tribe. Know who's on your side. Gather the ones around you who will stay together in stride. Set the pieces right. Find the rhythms that guide. Routines to usher in each day and each night. Deep breaths now, one step at a time. Up these mountains we climb.
We made it to here.
Yeah.
We made it to here.
Enough is enough now. Change the plan. I want to go to a buzzing pub and sit down and order a drink just because I can. I want to warm my seat on church pews, sitting next to inspirational gospel singers. I want to see my brother. I want to hug my gran. Where is the sweet laughter of the brethren? Let's catch joke. Where the man's them been all this time? Give me back my routine and the normalness of normal. Give me back my everyday and the comfortableness of the sublime. None of us are invincible. None of us are untouchable. The richest and the strongest are susceptible, which makes us all vulnerable. What I do affects you, and what you do affects me. All we've got is you, and all we've got is me. We are part of the same story. To quote the great Ali, you, me, we. Keep shining, keep shining, keep shining, keep shining.